And we are live Wednesday night with those guys. How is everyone tonight? How are
I'm
you?
good. I'm good. How are
All right.
you?
I'm doing all right. We are live Wednesday night with those guys. My bad. How is everyone tonight? My bad.
It happens. That's why I go to the page before and make sure. But what's going on, man? How are you?
Same old thing. It's been a rough weekend. I'm still, you know what? It's funny. I checked out a report on sleep, and this one doctor was saying that, and and it is true. Excuse me. It is true. You cannot get back sleep, but the one thing that I am having, hey, Mr. Crowley, how's it going this evening? The one thing that I am having a problem with is, we had that weekend, and I still haven't really recovered from that weekend. I got some sleep, but I have not really recovered because it just starts right back over again.
It
You know,
does. It
Monday
does.
morning, the cycle starts right back over. And you thought you got some sleep the night before, it's right back.
It does. I know exactly what you're talking about because I tell people the schedule that I did for this weekend,
Hmm.
and they're like, yo, you had to be out of your mind. Because if you remember, Friday I played golf,
Hmm.
right? And then I was trying to relax from that. Saturday I worked from 6 in the morning till 4
Right.
p.m. Then I got home at 5, got on the train at 5:30, came, remember, to your block party,
Hmm.
left at 9, got home at 10, and then turned around and woke back, went to bed at 11, woke back up at 3:30 to leave the house at a quarter to 5 to be back in Brooklyn by 6 so we could go to Philly.
Well, that's just like I'm saying. What happened? I had to get everything prepared that week for this block party. I had to go and buy the meat at the meat place, the meat market, the butcher there. And after that, I had to go and pick up more meat from another location. And it's just one thing after another. And 2 nights in a row, it was a Thursday night and Friday night. I didn't go to bed till after 3. And then Saturday, I went to bed around, a little after 2 with the whole block party. And then,
Mr. Crowley says, how was the block party? All I can say is when you walk into the block, first you hear music. This was a real Brooklyn block party because you hear the music from like 2 blocks away. And we're talking city blocks. City blocks, or if you're locally, hey, what's up, Mike? What's
hey,
up,
Mike,
Philly
what's
Brown
up?
Life? If you're going block to block to block in your neighborhood, well, 20 of those equal one city block. So in Brooklyn, there's like I'd say a city block away, you could hear the music. But in the middle of the block, you see this cloud of barbecue smoke right in the middle of the block. People are barbecuing, but as you get closer, you come to find out it's Herman killing the grills. He's killing the grills. He had one grill to cook on, and he had a grill as a smoker to finish off the meat because he was making jerk chicken. What's up above and beyond? Hey, Mike, Philly Drone Life. You want me to send a link to Mike?
Yeah, you
I
can put
sent one to you also, Mr. Crowley. But let's see here. Let's see if Mike got time. VH Philly. There
so
he is.
like I was saying, then we went down to Philly that morning. I had to meet you at 6 o'clock. Get up. I had to get up the next that Sunday and meet you at 6 o'clock to drive down to Philly, hang out with Billy Kyle, and we met up with Mike, Philly Drone Life, and then we had to jump back in the car and drive another 2 hours back to New York. and
Yeah,
then,
and then I made it in the house on Sunday. I made it. If you remember, I got in at 4:30, and the show was at freaking 5.
but I shoot, I could have been home maybe like about 20 minutes earlier than I did, but I had to stop because from all that barbecue grill and the sweating, and then the sweating that day when we were flying, it was so damn hot that Saturday and that Sunday.
That's what happened to me.
I cramped up in my driving leg all the way down to my knee.
That,
You know, when I say all the way down to my knee, I'm not going to tell you where the cramp started at, but you know where the cramp starts at.
No, I know where it started at. You know why? Because that morning, that Sunday morning, was it Sunday? No, Monday morning, I woke up with the biggest cramp in my inner thigh. And you know the cramp meant you were dehydrated. Because
Right.
I don't know how Billy Kyle and Philly Drone Life did it, but they didn't have a bead of sweat on them. It looked like people had poured buckets of water on us, yo. When you guys see Phantom Flight 101's video that comes out this week, Thursday,
Right. The way
you're
you
gonna see, it looked like, did you see how they splashed the police with the water? That's what it looked like they did to me and Herman. I don't know how the hell him, Mike, Philly Drone Life, and
like I was getting hosed down.
yeah, man, yeah.
Hey Val, how's it going?
Hey, pretty good. How's it going with y'all?
How you doing, Val?
I'm doing good.
And then Lawrence, I had to get up Monday morning to go coach these kids, and you know what? For you guys out there that complain about athletes and saying that, oh, he could have won he could have played 2 more seasons and all of that. No, he can't. No, he can't. I'm coaching high school kids, which means you either have to have a stud there to do all the demonstrations or you got to demonstrate everything yourself.
Yeah.
There's always, nobody has one. It's at least 2 kids that can't get a damn thing right. And you got to keep showing them over and over and over. I feel like I'm playing.
But you know what, Val?
Reps is them.
But you want to know what, Val? He says that at the beginning of every season, and he whips them into shape. He whips them into shape. They won a championship last year, and they were supposed to win the year before. Okay,
It was supposed to be 3 years straight.
What happened?
We were supposed to win it 3 years straight.
Yeah, I know, but when you got a guy,
who the hell is up in the 4th quarter at a minute and something seconds left in the game? Guy heaves 3 passes to the end zone. Defensive back knocks down 2 of them. The 3rd one, he lets the guy get behind him like he didn't know that's where he was going.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
What's up, Mr. Crawley?
Hey, Mr. Crowley. Hey, Philly.
Hey, Mr. Crowley. How you doing?
Hey, Hadley. Above and beyond.
You guys happen to see the new DJI that Rhoda Violet's pushing?
Yep.
Yes, I've seen the new DJI stuff, and I have some very informative information about that DJI FPV stuff because I know there's a lot of FPV heads out there. Hadley and Night Train and these guys are looking at it and wondering, should I get it? So, and a little later on, after we get a few more people in here, I'll bring up some information I learned. It is nothing discrediting it. It's a great device, but everyone that's in FPV right now, seriously, should be shaking in their freaking pants. And when I say shaking, Val will be able to fly FPV minus the crashes. You're going to do that any damn way. But you'll be able to fly FPV, Val, with diopters in. You could take your glasses off of these goggles and get your prescription and put the diopters in. And I guarantee you'll be able to look at it. It'll look as clean as your computer screen.
Okay.
The clarity. Yeah, well, we'll talk about it after, right?
Yes. Hold on. I know you're dying to get into it.
Yeah, because I saw it today. I was like, wow.
Okay, now their commercial that they did do for it was very good. All I'm going to say is pay attention to the commercial and look at what you see, and everything that I mentioned tonight, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this will give you a chance. I'll put the link for the video also, so people who haven't seen the DJI goggles along with the module and all of that, because there's some information I have about that module.
Right. Yeah,
Anyway,
information you need to know.
how are you? Hadley, everyone. Val, what's good? You've been coming in the live streams and just sitting back like the Godfather. Now all of a sudden you go to Canada and you're the godmother?
See how that works? No, I'm interested with the DJI, but I have my opinion. But until it's out and it's in
What
everyone's
is your
hands,
opinion from what you see so far?
I'm thinking that it's nice, but it doesn't change the way I see things.
And
So since I'm
how
not flying FPV right now, but I'm watching people who fly who use HD cameras and everything on their birds. That's
right,
what I'm already seeing good flying. From my perspective of what I see, I'm already seeing that clear vision of the flight because
okay,
I'm not looking at the FPV flight on what they're seeing through their goggles. So it's mostly what they want to see, right? What
right.
they want to see. And honestly, the price, I wouldn't be able to justify it for me.
Well, right now, since we're still talking about it, it is $900 for this module, but this module comes with either the goggles and an FPV module to put into a drone, or the Fly More bundle, which has the goggles and two modules to go
Right.
into the drone. Okay.
Right.
They have a third setup too. I can't think of the name of it right now. But Herman, you got anything you want to go into until we wait for have a few more
Well,
people pop in?
just like I said before, with wing aviation, wing aviation, we covered them before. They were the first to be approved for drone delivery,
Yeah.
and now they're all over the place.
Well,
So they're now back over. Now they not only are they testing, we're testing in Australia, but they're delivering out there too, small groceries and things like that. And they're using a nice little drone out there that runs with 14 propellers. It's
you
about
guys want to see it?
4.4 feet long, and it flies up to about 70 miles per hour.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
And they have their operational time is between 7:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. But they're working out
Business hours.
times. Yeah,
Right.
they're working out new hours for different deliveries for home and stuff like that.
What's up, Ed McMahon?
And Hadley's right here. He's saying you got to have the transmitter with the DJI.
Yes.
Yes,
And Hadley, what I wanted to speak about and later on is how all of that stuff is proprietary,
Mm-hmm.
which means if it's proprietary, they're creating their own protocol. Like there's
Right.
FR Sky, there's Spectrum, those are different protocols. Now there's a DJI protocol out there that's supposed to do everything in that one little box there. So we'll get into it a little later. But if you want to see that drone that Herman was that company that you were talking about, Herman?
That's
What's the
Wing
name?
Aviation.
What are they? Wing Technology, I think.
Wing Aviation. I sent you a link,
Oh yeah, I have it. That's what I'm getting ready to pull up now.
but it's
Just need
the
to
same
minimize
Wing
this.
Aviation that we covered before, when them being the first approved in the United
I
States.
kind of cannot play the sound because of copyright. You guys understand that. But this is the actual drone itself. Now it's 1 point something. What are the numbers, Herman?
The weight on that drone is I don't have the weight on it, but I have the length, the size of it. It's 4 feet 4 inches long.
Right, 4 feet 4 inches by 4 by 4 basically.
With 14 propellers,
Yeah.
Guys, I'll be right back.
14 motors. All right.
All right. Now, if you notice them dropping this little package, guys, you can call the local grocery store, and if they have these drones set up there, they will deliver your milk, your eggs, your bread, and I'm assuming at some time in Point McDonald's and stuff like that too.
Small groceries and hardware.
Right. Now the problem is people have been complaining that it's really, really noisy.
Right.
It's really, really freaking noisy. And hold on, I need to escape from this to get out of here to stop sharing.
Yeah, it's a very noisy bird, and they've been working on trying to shut her up. But shutting her up also affects the speed. So I don't know how they're going to work that out, but they got it to fly 70 miles per hour.
Right.
So it'll get you your coffee before it's. I don't know if they're going to deliver already coffee that's made already. They're probably just going to deliver you a bag of coffee.
Hey, what's up, Indigo? Rhino, what's going
I
on?
wouldn't want it to deliver me anything hot.
Hey, what's up, Mike? How are you? I didn't see
Hey
you.
guys, you can hear me, right?
Yes, we can.
Good. Hey, can I say one thing here? I'm so excited. Guys, was I not right? Was I not right? Every time I said the last time, everybody was like, it's a drone, it's a drone. I'm like, are you sure it's a drone? Are you really sure? Because they make that camera and that thing. No, it's a drone. It's
That's an FPV. You could tell that was an FPV camera.
yes, and they made them. It was the module and the freaking camera. Amazing. And let me just tell you, I'm so excited because I feel a little bit different. I know we're all gonna have our different opinions here, but I feel as though like one of the major problems with me when I flew FPV was I mean I came from a camera drone where everything was HD video, and then I went into FPV and I'm seeing these freaking static crap, and I'm like, come on, man, and so you get used to it and whatever. But dude, DJI just ups everything, man, and everything they do. I've been watching reviews on it, and people are like, dude, let me tell you, this is unbelievable. People aren't even doing flips anymore because they're so amazed that they can actually see where they're flying. They're just reading signs and stuff. I mean,
Well, the reason, let me tell you, Mike, we were going to go into the story a little later, but since you came in talking about it, we might as well go on.
I'm so excited. I apologize.
But hold on, Mike. I have some very good information for you, because these FPV heads out there are under the impression that they'll be able to go out there and buy this device and put it in any racing drone. That is not true.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, because of the size of the actual module box.
Correct.
The camera is your standard FPV camera size, but the actual box with the module itself, if you've seen the video, the video shows the guy flying a 7-inch bird.
Okay.
Anything from 5-inch and below, this module will not fit. It's too big unless you have a high stacked frame.
No, but here's where I think it's different, and this is the way they want you to mount it, guys. If you look at the video, they want you to mount it. In other words, if you're flying a 5-inch and you undermount your battery, they want you to just screw it right on top. They built it so it can take a smash. So they don't want you to put it in the stack. They just got you screwing it right to the top of the drone, which is amazing.
Dude, from personal experience, and you've flown drones before.
Yeah, you're
From
gonna
your personal experience, you know damn well it's a lot safer inside the frame than on the top, because it'll get ripped off. If that thing is tumbling, if that drone hits the ground at 70, listen to the logic behind this. If that drone is going 70 miles per hour and it hits the ground, it's guaranteed to tumble at 70 miles per hour for at least 25 to 30 feet before it starts slowing down.
I don't think it's gonna come off, guys, and I'll tell you why. Because if it's connected to the frame with 4 screws, it's pretty hard to be ripped off. Not that it can't. I do agree with you. It absolutely can. But so can everything on a race drone. That's the thing with race drones. I mean, how many times have we landed and we destroyed them? Now, you bring up a good point, because how much is it for a new module? Is it hundreds of dollars? Is it $50?
Well, I have the site right here, and I'm going to tell you, I'm looking at the price. It says for the FPV experience, for $819, the combo does not include a controller, but comes with goggles and 2 air units.
Right.
So that means you get 2 modules with cameras attached, and that's for $819. Now, for $929, the Fly More version includes a Phantom style controller.
Yes.
Okay, like the Phantoms, like you were flying the Inspire 2, the Inspire 2 type controller, says Phantom style, with new internals built to handle low latency, a set of goggles, and the kit both includes the necessary wires and antennas.
Correct. Hey,
That's worth it to me.
let me say this. I kind of agree with Val in the way that I don't know. I don't think it's going to take over what's out there. Okay, because what Val's talking about, she's right as far as what's out there now is cheap, guys. I mean, you can do it for you can fly for $200, everything. So with that, I agree.
But dude,
that's wonderful that anybody can get into it. But Lawrence, if you have the money and you can fly already a little bit, you can buy this freaking kit and be like this. Wah! As you're flying. I mean, come on.
yes.
Like that's kind of like what I said before. It could be that in business, right? When you have competition, you either gonna have to find something else to do, or you gotta do better.
I'm sorry, Herman. Go ahead. Paul's over there laughing his ass off.
In business, when you have competition, you have to find either something else to do or you go better.
Correct.
And when you have a company like DJI, and then something that I said to you before, Lawrence, remember when we were talking about the whole thing with the FPV, and I told you what my reservations was of it. It's not that I don't like the drones. I don't have a problem with fixing the thing if it needs to be fixed. My problem is that a lot of that stuff is like junk to me.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's like when you look through those goggles and you're looking through popcorn, I'm like, yo, why am I doing this?
Yes. Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Yeah, but you're not looking through popcorn. You're looking through an extremely clear picture now.
Yeah.
But this is the point of what I'm making.
That's the point.
That's what I'm making. So
Well,
when
here,
DJI does this, I understand that's costly, but you ever heard of that saying, get down, lay down?
Yeah.
okay, well, listen, for you guys,
I mean,
for
good
you
point.
guys who want to know what the specs are, okay, now, the pilot can stream footage straight through the goggles via hardwire at 720 p at either 120 or 60 frames per second.
Yes.
Now that's up to 2.5 miles away. These goggles. Yeah. Now hold on. Now the air unit can simultaneously record the live feed. It can record the live feed at 1080p at 60 frames or 720p at 120 frames. Hold on.
Right.
Hold on. The module comes with an SD card slot. It'll record at 1080p or 720, whatever you want. But the goggles actually have an SD card slot that only records at 720 at 60 frames per second. But they say it's because for that reason, if your drone goes down, you can play back the recording in your headset and see exactly where you went down at.
Yes, and everything's cool. The guy
Everything will be clean.
antennas everywhere. You're like 4 antennas. It's like, guys, I seen a video where the guy couldn't lose. What's the first thing you lose with FPV? You lose your video. This freaking guy couldn't lose it. No matter what he tried, everything. He went under a freaking tunnel.
He went behind the building. He went behind the building with it, behind cement.
They're aliens. They're freaking aliens. I'm telling
you can do the same thing with a Crossfire, and you can do the same thing with an R9N module.
Yeah, from miles away. You're right there. You are right. But the video, Lawrence, always craps out. You always have control with Crossfire, but your videos crap. These
Santiago says, take a deep breath. You're going to have a heart attack.
I want one of these no matter what.
And hold on, Jay Santiago, I didn't get a chance to thank you for coming down. On Sunday, you didn't come to the live stream, but I wanted to thank you for coming down to Herman's block party Herman had, and actually meeting us. I really apologize getting there 3 hours late, but between mass transit and bosses, you got to make money and do something. You got to do what they say. But I thank you for coming down and meeting those guys. He actually came down to a block party from uptown, up in Harlem, or even further than that. So we appreciate it very much.
He got a chance to eat some of Herman's famous cooking, did he?
Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
I got something for you. Hold on. I got something for you, Paul. I thought of you.
No. He's got brownies. I know he's gonna come out with a brownie. He's coming out with a brownie. I could tell. Hey, Herman, I'm allowed to eat ribs, Herman. Just so you know, if you go easy on the sauce, I can have ribs.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Paul.
What you got?
I
What you
know
got?
it. I knew it. I know
Paul?
it. Are they too?
Ah, there you go. There you go.
Yo, don't buy into that. Yo, well, hold on here. Don't buy into that crap.
Val's not impressed either. She's
No, because that stuff will that'll
not
kill
keto.
you.
That's
Well,
not keto.
I was gonna say, just joking around, for every one brownie you eat, I would call you a brownie and raise you one.
Oh, I go get my brownies. We can play
Somebody's on Paul.
No, you're gonna die. Don't kill yourself on TV.
because Herman then is going to have to get his brownies out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hold on a minute.
No, come on. Cook Val, I'm gonna go get some carrot sticks.
Yeah.
Count around this.
I thought about you. I was in Costco and I said, I cannot walk past these without buying them.
That's right.
You just didn't want to.
And
You're right. But
are they
I don't eat a lot of sweets, but
are they good,
but what
Lawrence?
happens is when my sweet tooth wakes up, then it's unstoppable for about a day or two.
Yeah.
And I won't eat sweets for like another 3 months. So I'm pretty sure after I get done with this bin, salute.
All right, salute.
That's not.
Pretty
We're having a brownie.
pretty damn good, Lawrence.
Just want to let you know I don't support this.
So, Val, what's going on? You're real quiet.
Oh, now that I'm letting y'all, giggle over the DGI, I'm thinking it's just like everything else DJI does. They come out with the Enterprise. They come out with the Mavic 2 Zoom. They come out where they totally outpriced me in the market. And I think that when I take my car in and they tell me just like ignition switch is $780, or I can maybe try to get that much money and go buy something from DJI VM.
To buy something to crash, right?
I'm getting my car fixed. And it's not just a crash because I want to fly slow flow. I think that's more. It's
Perfect for
me. It's beautiful, but DJI is not something that I'm going to be seriously looking at anyway. I'm glad everyone else can do it, and I think you should.
I'm glad everyone can do it because I can't.
Right, but I can't.
If you invest in it, let me know. I would love to see what your progress is. Back from the sky said from FPV to brownies.
But yeah,
You know what was a big thing? Was that Rotor Riot and all those guys got involved with it.
Yep.
That's like huge how they're trying to get it really into the FPV market.
it's so good for the hobby. And let me just say something on the price. And this is just my opinion, guys. When you get into FPV, everybody says it's cheap. It is not cheap.
It's not cheap.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you look at the price of this unit, they're asking $900, and when you see that $900, it's like, you got to be kidding me. But here, take a look at something. When you buy Fat Shark goggles, they're $500. When you buy a controller, it's $200. Now 5, that's 6, that's $700. That's leaving you well, yeah, but I mean, when you want something really good, we're $200. You could get them for $79, but I'm talking like the good stuff, right? And everybody, you want the good stuff, and that's why I'm saying, Val, that's the good thing about the FPV. There is prices all over, and that's what I do support. But if you don't have anything, it's still costing you $900 to $1,000 to get in with everything when you buy the controller.
Well, yeah, but Philly, this is what I'm going to argue, because everybody has said that. Everybody has said that, and it's not.
He has a very valid point. If I were to take all of these right here, I probably have one unit.
Yeah, if you have your wall full of FPV, you're spending some money. If you have, like other guys have,
Yeah.
2 Mavics sitting out there, you're flying, you got
You
some
picking on me.
invested.
You picking on me.
You got some money invested. But I want you to remember, when I got this Breeze, it was 149, and that's what I was flying. When I wanted to do the sim, I bought a controller and started working on that. I can't put $1,000 out like that, and I'm not.
Most people can.
That's coming.
Okay, I agree.
So as much
that's
sense,
coming
let me finish, Paul. As
Well,
much
I'm going to say one statement. That's coming from my gal Val that already told me that I'm to send her one of my drones.
Yeah, if he's not going to use it, let him buy it. I'm going to say I'm not going to turn that stuff down. But the truth is, for a lot of us out there, as much as hypers people get and they want to buy it, I say, buy it. We have some people start YouTube channels and they buy really fancy cameras. They do all that, and I say that's good because it looks good and it's good for their channel. Some of us, like I did, start with their phone. I mean, it's just what you can afford. And to try to say that you're going to spend it anyway, okay, maybe, but I'm not going to have 5 or 6 racers. I'm going to have one I built a little bit at a time. I got free goggles from Droneography I'm going to be using. I spent money on my controller. That's what I can do. So I'm not going to feel bad about not getting DJI proprietary stuff in which they try to close a little bit of that market. Now, the good thing about them doing this, I'll tell you what I think is the good thing. It's going to make everybody up their game, which they should have been doing.
Exactly.
They should have been doing it all along.
There's no reason why we should be looking through analog freaking glasses for years now. That's ridiculous. So finally somebody came along and said, hey, I can do it, and you can actually see where you're flying.
It's true. It's true, Mike, because I can't see spending $600 for a pair of goggles. Now, every Fat Shark goggle that you get, except for the $300 pairs are cheaper. Every goggle you buy starting at $450, $500, going up to $1,000, you pay that, and then you still have to buy the module, which is another $150 to $200, $300.
And it's crap. It's crap. I got them. You still see analog crap. Now it's good. It's the best crap you could buy, but it's still, it's $500, $600. And guys, that's one pair of goggles, one drone, $200. That's $700, and one controller. I'm not talking billions of stuff. I'm talking if you get good stuff with FPV, Fat Sharks, one good built drone, and one good controller, you're at $1,000. So DJI knew that. They said, you know what? Yeah, we're going to do this better. Bam. Now, I do agree with Val. The thing I don't like about it is proprietary. And so, but you know, that's business. So they figure, okay, if you buy into us, you're going to have to buy these modules, but you're also getting something for that. You're getting alien technology. So now,
that's the only way to give you that quality. That's for it to be proprietary.
Correct.
Give you that quality.
Until someone else does it, and they start putting their stuff out, and it has clear, and you don't have to buy DJI proprietary.
Well,
that's what I'm hoping.
I don't mind DJI. I like DJI.
That's what I'm hoping happens.
Well, now, hold on, guys. They've already done it. It's called Connex. They've already tried it. I was into it. And guys, the Connex, which is $1,000 freaking dollars. It's $1,000 setups. Connex. They're supposed to be the clearest stuff. This DJI stuff, that people were looking at it and going, Connex is not even 10% of what we're looking at here when they look through the DJI. So the best stuff on the market is only about 10% to what DJI just put out. And I'm not a DJI fanboy, trust me. I just want the best that I can. I just want the best out there. I can't stand the company because of this crap, because they conquer everything. But Val is right. They're pushing the envelope, and everybody else now has to up their game. So I
got to catch up, and they need to catch up.
you know what? And sometimes, I understand what guys feel about DJI, but you know what it starts to get like? You see that kid that's in school as the smart kid that does all his homework, he studies all his tests, and everybody picks on him.
Yeah.
That's what it's starting to be like when everybody gets at DJI.
Yeah, you're right.
No, I tell you, if I could afford to
They're
Zoom,
going above and beyond what the next guy's willing to do. It's just like when everybody got on George Steinbrenner for what he did with the Yankees, you can't fault the man for spending his money properly.
Right, you're right.
you know what, Herman? I'm fine with DJI. I think they're a great company that keeps it up, but I don't want to come down to just having one company, because every time we do that, we end up with trouble, right?
I understand exactly what you're saying, Val, but that's not
That's
up to
all.
DJI.
I don't mind DJI. I'm going to fly a Phantom now. I was with Unique, but now I'm going to fly Phantom 3. But I'm always going to be a little bit behind the times when it comes to that.
Well,
I'm not going to be buying the $1,000.
Val, hold on, Val. You're not the only one. You and millions of other people will always be behind. Me, I've grown up from behind all the time.
Right?
I just got a Phantom 4 Professional 3 months back, okay? When I had my Phantom 4 Standard, everyone was flying Mavic 2s. I make what I have work. Val, you've seen videos I've shot with the Phantom 4 Standard, and you've seen videos I've shot with the Phantom 4 Professional. And I mean, unless you can really tell and you're a true video buff, you don't know which is which.
Right,
You gotta make what you have work.
And I gotta say one thing, guys. Charge it.
No,
I've been doing with everything.
Really, you know what? I'm going to say that charging is fine if that's what you're comfortable with. But I'm 60. I keep charging, and I'm going to be at the river for retirement.
That was awesome, Mike.
I don't want to go to the river. I want to live in my home.
We're already in the river. Trust me. We got so many freaking cards, and now we can blow like one more out of the water, and then that's it. So I'm gonna have a freaking ball. It's gonna charge it.
You're funny.
Paid him.
But listen, okay, diversing from that subject before we lose the crowd. But I understand the charge it, Mike. I understand the charge it part.
I know.
And I'm happy for anyone that does. But my wife taught me to pay cash for everything.
Well, that's the God bless you, man.
You know, so
That's the
Listen,
way.
it's
I'm gonna
hard.
pay cash.
do it is fine, but if you can also charge it, then
I can't
Even better.
unless I charge it, guys. So that's the only way I can afford it, man. So that's why I have two Mavics. Then charge.
Laura was telling me, she said, if you got the charge card, right, don't pay for it in cash. Pay your credit card bill and buy it with the card.
Yeah. And then when you get to $30,000 and you can't pay on the card anymore, bankrupt it. What the hell?
Oh no.
Hey,
No. If you're always paying on your card instead of spending the cash, you'll
You're
always card paid.
you're right. And then they keep upping it anyway.
Well, that's why they do it, because you keep paying.
That's right. That's right. I
They're
agree.
trying to get you to a limit to where you can't pay it.
Yes, and you're right. If you keep paying it, they up your limit. So come on.
They like a guy that pays the minimum every month.
Yes, you're right.
That's a preferred customer.
Yes, that's their preferred.
As long as he continues to pay the minimum every month on time, he's what they call a preferred customer.
Yeah.
You might pay the
It's
whole
all good to go.
at the end of the month, they can't stand you.
Yes, that's right. 'Cause they want you putting $400 toward the principal, and $20 toward the principal, I should say. If $400 toward the bill, to them, $20 toward the principal.
Okay, to diverse from the subject.
Ooh, man, that got deep, man. Ooh.
Okay, we're gonna bring you down some, Mike, with some drone news.
Oh, I'm not done yet. I got some exciting news, but go ahead. Go ahead. I just want to.
Lawrence.
I got.
What happened?
You might want to put some elevator music on for him to calm him down.
Yeah.
Michael is busting to tell you who called.
I got.
Choo-choo.
Yes, Val.
Try. Go ahead.
Who did you get a call from, Mike?
Hey, what's up, man?
Well, my buddy Billy called me. So
Wow.
Billy calls me. Yeah,
Are you the new bromance guy?
those guys. When I think he tried to bring him up, I just pushed him aside. And it's not me too, Billy.
Is this a bromance you get going?
So you guys are really having a serious bromance,
Oh,
like
oh,
Paulie D, like
Yeah,
Paulie
yeah.
D on Jersey Shore.
came on
They're
my
like they're like that now. They're like
we're,
that.
We're tight. We're
That's it.
tight as can be. I just want to let you know. Be
So
careful.
hold on, Mike. Which one of you is Paulie D and which one is Vinny from Jersey Shore? They all got their bromance.
I think one of them Snooky. Isn't that her name?
There you go.
No, Keith.
So are the days of our Philly lives.
No, come
Here we
on. Hey, don't be surprised if you see us in a video soon. That's all I'm going to say. Just I got some inside.
Always has to take it left.
I hate to say this, Billy.
He was busting at the seams. He couldn't call me fast enough. Guess who called me? Guess who called me? Guess who called me?
Billy,
What?
Billy, I heard from Billy also because I got a hold of him. And he called me to tell me that I'm actually his favorite drone flyer, but not to tell you, but I wanted to share.
I ate his pickle, Val. So
Yeah, well, that's true. I did not do that. I was going to say what it was. I did not do that. I'm gonna admit it.
Show's over.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we're animals, right? I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to make some coffee.
Well, Herman, another video that won't be monetized when you become monetized.
Yeah.
sorry. Hey, I just want to let you know, I know where to get a really nice Inspire too. If anybody's looking for something, me and my boy, we're trying to get rid of one. And,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So you should speak to Justin. You know what? We sent everyone a link but Justin.
Yeah. If he's
Because
looking
Justin's looking for an Inspire. He was looking for an Inspire 1, but if he gets a good deal on an Inspire 2.
it's a really good deal. I just got to get a hold of my boy Billy, and then we'll get in touch.
Boy, Billy.
Well, so what kind of video you guys gonna be doing?
I don't know. He said, hey, Bill, what time you want to do that, Bill? And yeah, we'll get back to you on that one.
I know Billy's sitting on the couch doing his homework, right?
Yeah, we done dinner.
Lawrence, I'll never forget you for this. I'll never forget you for this. Freaking Lawrence, actually.
He's going to invite you to the wedding.
Yes.
You're gonna invite me to the bromance wedding? I would come to Philly for a bromance wedding.
For romance, yeah.
And let me tell you something. It was so funny. I came in on this stream when Herman was talking about sweating. Guys, the best part of losing weight was I don't sweat anymore. Oh my God. I was worse than Herman. I mean, it looked like you poured like the Gatorade on him after the Super Bowl. Like that day when we went out. Let's push you. Oh yeah, we're the winners. That's how it looked. But I used to be the same way. I loved it. I wanted to just drench it on me because I kind of miss it. But
Well,
I don't sweat anymore.
you saw how we were sweating there, right?
Oh, it was hot though, guys. In your defense, it was hot. You deserve to sweat.
Dude, I cramped up on Monday morning. I had to stand against the wall for 15 minutes, cramped up,
Really?
trying to drink water at the same time because I was so dehydrated.
Oh, I believe.
Well, I give you, Herman, and Justin a lot of credit for the excitement that you endured when Michael came screaming across the parking lot without a camera, without anything. He's just like, what?
I wish you would have got that on video, Herman. That would have been
Night
so
train.
cool.
I'm just glad he didn't drive over. You know, the stop for the car, the little.
Yeah.
I'm glad he didn't drive over and down the ramp, down the hill, and back out into the street.
Right?
I was looking for a way over. Trust me. I was sad I had to go the long way around. I'll never forget that, guys. I'll never forget it. It was one of the best days of my life. I can't thank you enough for including me in on.
And now Billy's doing his homework on your couch over there.
Yeah.
But you know what?
He's cooking him dinner. He's making him a salad.
And do a whole edited video.
Oh
And
man,
you know what's funny?
I actually got a little something coming out tomorrow if I can ever finish.
there you go.
Yeah, actually, yes. What's funny is Herman, he did vlogging and stuff at the first two spots, I believe, but at the third spot, we were so overwhelmed with
I was
you,
hot and exhausted.
excited with meeting Billy, everyone forgot to pull a camera out.
Yeah,
I had my cell phone out and I took those pictures of you and Billy and I sent them to you. So
that's
you
what I
have
got.
memory.
Thank
So
God.
you actually say, I do know Billy Kyle. You don't believe me? Here.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God you did that, because you saw I got 10 whole seconds of the drone up in the air, and it's the back of our heads. That's all I got.
Hey,
That's
Lawrence,
all I got.
Lawrence, you know how Michael does his morning workout show?
Uh-huh.
Billy Kyle texted him with 10 minutes left to go,
Yeah.
and he went crazy on that show. Told everybody, he's got to go, he's got to go, he's got to go, because Billy's going to call him. He's got to go. He just dropped the show.
With
He
10
just
minutes
turned it
left,
off.
right?
15 people. I want get that
guys.
out of there.
I got to go to work, so I'm taking off. But I wanted to say, guys, make sure you hit that like. If you like what you've seen so far, smash it.
Glad
Smash it.
Val,
Hit
plug
the
your
bell.
show. Plug your
Hey.
show.
Val,
Yeah.
you have a good evening.
Yes,
I will. And thank you, those guys, for having me on. I love it.
Well,
All
take
right.
care.
Bye. Later, Val.
Bye bye, Val.
I'll see you later.
Oh yeah, Michael got people calling him afterwards too, say, "What the hell happened? Did you have a heart attack or what? Why'd you leave?"
But he left the show on and ran out.
Yeah,
dude, I dropped him like a hot
He
freaking.
did the same thing when I said we were in Philly.
yeah, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
Left the show and went running.
Yeah. I went, it's the exit, stage left. And I just going,
Exit, stage left.
stage left. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like Brendan O'Connor says it sounds like a bromance in the making. Hey, Brendan O'Connor, let me tell you something. Not only did we introduce Mike to Billy Kyle, but eventually we stopped and we looked at each other, me, Justin, and Herman, and them two were over in the corner giggling.
Yeah.
like
What the
schoolgirl.
hell is going on here?
Like schoolgirl.
Guys, we're connected, me and Billy. We're
Hey,
You didn't hear what Herman said. What did you say?
Hey,
Herman?
I was halfway into the car. They didn't even know I was leaving.
no.
We could have pulled out. They would have never knew we left.
Well, Lawrence was sitting there when Lawrence was sitting next to him at the restaurant, and Michael didn't even know he was there.
I forgot he was at he bumped into me. My arm was soaked, and I went, "What the hell? Oh, it's Herman. Hello, Herman."
Hey, Lawrence, tell him about the pickle incident. That's hilarious.
No more pickle. Let's forget about that pickle.
Oh no.
That's not
Hey, look, Mike.
my
Hold
boy.
on, Mike.
About
Hold
that.
on, Mike. I'm not the one going around telling people I ate Billy Kyle's pickle.
No, I don't think he likes that. Let's back out of that one.
And he stood up in the restaurant and told everybody.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, because he just said he yells out, I can't believe I just ate Billy Kyle's pickle.
Yeah, guys, it's just a real pickle. I mean, it was a regular pickle from a sandwich. I was hungry. These guys were eating burgers and
It
fries.
was really a penis.
No, it was a pickle.
People were coming out of the burger.
And the lettuce and the tomato, they don't eat the vegetables.
Okay, all right,
Mhm.
listen. Let me show you guys some high tech news. Okay, some high tech drone news. Are you guys familiar with what is the company Matternet?
What
Are
did
you
you call
guys?
You got your shit together, man. Show us some stuff. This guy, it's
Well,
why
no, I have to lead up to this story because it's one story that leads into another.
okay.
They're
So I found out about the company Matternet. But
drone manufacturer that manufactures UPS drones.
right, the ones that are UPS is doing delivery down in Virginia and the
Okay.
Carolinas and stuff like that.
North
Well,
Carolina.
Matternet seems to be a company that makes autonomous drones for companies like UPS and if you want a Matternet drone, you could have a drone deliver from my house to Herman's house every day if you want, stuff like that. But to make a long story short, a drone crashed near one of their autonomous delivery drones crashed near some kids, some kindergarten kids.
Oh, really?
Okay, now, what's funny about it is UPS is already using this company, Matternet, as their main source of delivering drones. And not once, but there were 2 incidents. The first incident was in January. As a result of GPS hardware error, the drone entered a planned failback state and deployed its emergency parachute, falling slowly to the ground. Now, they changed the GPS in the drone, and that fixed that issue. But the second time that the same drone that UPS is going to be using fell in May. Now, this all happened in Switzerland.
Well, not to cut you off, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's UPS. It's just that it's that Matternet's.
It's the Matternet drone, right? I should specify and we clear that up. It is the Matternet drone that had this issue.
Hey, Lawrence, is that a Swiss company or is that an American company?
Matternet is.
And the reason I ask is, the very famous Matterhorn is over there.
It is a European company, but the second drone failure that they had was this May that just passed. Amazing. It led to however, it says it led to the drone attempting to deploy its parachute again, a second failure. They didn't say what it was, but they didn't say GPS, only to sever the line somehow and plummet to the earth and crash 150 feet from a bunch of kindergartners.
Wow.
Okay, now no one was hit. So as a result of this, they have suspended all drone deliveries in Switzerland until they find out what this issue is.
Why didn't they use a DJI drone?
Now, this goes into the high-tech story that I wanted to go into, which I'd have to pull up full screen because Mercedes-Benz, you remember me showing that DJI had a drone in a van?
Yep.
And you could only get the company by hiring them. They would send out a drone in the van and three guys do whatever you wanted.
Yes, sir.
Well, Mercedes has got into this deal with Matterhorn, and hold on, let me just pull it up to share the screen. But fully autonomous system. Hold on, there we go. Share screen. Share. Let me click this. You guys can see this, right?
Oh.
Okay, this drone here.
Oh.
Now this, I guess to hell with it. I could try and play the sound. But this is Mercedes-Benz. And basically, it's a battery-powered drone, a battery-powered van with the driver and 2 drones on top. Now, not only does this guy drive the van with 1 stick, but he can make deliveries, and while he's making a delivery, the drones can make deliveries too. These are the cartridges that they put into the back of the van.
Oh my God.
So what happens is you can send this driver out to make a delivery. Of course, that electric van, so they're saving power there. And as he gets, just before he gets to his destination, it loads the box where he can deliver it to someone's door.
And this is all prototype.
And at the same time, there's another drop-off where he has to go, and it's loading one of the drones to go make a delivery while he makes that delivery.
Wow.
Same way UPS prototype video came out.
Yep.
I can't kill a sound on this, but this is supposed to be the new delivery style van. So imagine UPS or someone has this.
Well, the van alone is pretty sexy looking, I'll tell you that.
Oh God, it's awesome. Yes. Mike Rose in the house. Hello, Mike.
But anyway, the main purpose in bringing that up was the drones that were on top of that Mercedes van were Matterhorn, Matternet drones. So I said Matterhorn. They were Matternet drones. So they had their hands in a lot of stuff.
Oh
As
yeah,
far
that's what they do.
as far as yeah. You want an autonomous drone? I believe that right now they seem to be selling a lot of these drones to do all this autonomous stuff. If they have a contract with UPS and they're already testing it in Australia and in Switzerland, it'll be here pretty soon.
So
Above,
Oh, yeah.
Above and Beyond says the reason that they're using such a loud aircraft is to alert people on the ground when they're going to make a delivery.
Well, I could kind of see that, but I think it was just they planned the drone out really well, but they never thought about the noise factor. That's what I honestly think it is, because they said they even made some changes to the props. They made changes to the props, and it sounds a little quieter, but they're still working on it to make it quieter. How many? It has 14 engines.
I've been dying to get a recording of a cow mooing and then play that out the speaker on top of my Enterprise. And if somebody says, "What's that?" Well, you've heard of cows flying, right? Well, there you go. Ooh.
hey, read Brendan's response here. It says this all seems a little bit more complicated than just getting out of the frickin' truck and walking up to the goddamn door.
Well, that's what he did. But hold on, that's what he did.
He did do that.
He
Yeah.
got out of the van.
Yeah.
It loaded the box on a little table. He reached in the van, took it, and he went and handed it to the lady.
Right,
But
well,
at the same time, there was a closer delivery, and one of the drones took off to go take care of that. Now, what's good about it? But hold on, what's good about it is that driver doesn't have to wait for the drone to come back. The drone can follow the truck.
Oh yeah.
You know what? That wouldn't work here.
No, not in not in the city. That's
Not
only
in New York.
And I tell you why it wouldn't work here. The UPS guy comes, right, and he parks downstairs, and he gets his hand truck out, depending on how much stuff he has, and
I'll be right back.
and he hits one building.
Yep.
Then he comes back to that truck. That drone would be hot by the time he got back from constantly going up. And he's just coming back with the hand cart to fill it up to get to another building. That drone would hate him.
Yeah, well, I don't see it happening in New York because of the taller buildings, first of all.
Yeah.
There are some places in New York where the shortest building is 10, 15 stories. If you start heading into downtown Brooklyn, everyone has a 6-story or better.
You did it.
Yeah, but
Well, if you looked at that prototype, it was out in suburbia. There weren't any buildings.
Of course.
where are you going to land? Where are you going to put the package when the person?
Yeah, but we have places out here that's like that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
You know, I can actually see that not working there either.
I can see that happening also. But the good thing is, if you noticed in the video, the drone that went to make the delivery, the guy said at 4:05, he got a text saying the drone will be there at 4:05.
Right.
So he went out to his backyard and he had an actual landing platform for that drone through Matternet. So I guess if you have the money and you get your deliveries, you can have them delivered to your backyard.
That's lovely if you're home.
Right.
But just like I told you the other day, I ordered a chair and it was delivered Friday.
Yeah.
And I got the notification that it was delivered. Right? I called my sister immediately.
Yes. Immediately.
Go get the chair.
Yeah.
She came downstairs and it was gone.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Give me a point.
Porch piracy is quick.
Yes, porch piracy. Guys, I have to tell people, please tell me when you deliver a package. And then I can't do nothing all day. I have to sit there and look at my camera like this until the guy comes. And you know what they do now? Guys, I have it on video. The Amazon guy gets out of his truck or car or whatever, bicycle.
Yep.
He gets the box, throws it on your freaking step, goes,
And-
take
Takes a picture of it, and
and
that's
comes
so
back on
delivered.
a bicycle. Dude, you could care less what happens with the
No.
package after
Right.
that.
Now you know
Right.
why that doesn't make any sense to me.
Mike, I see them do it all the time in my neighborhood. Every
What does
day.
that matter that he took a picture of?
Because it proves that he delivered the package. Now, after he snapped
No,
it,
that's
taking
all
that-
it proves is that he took a picture of the package in front of your door.
right, exactly. That's it. That's
He
it.
can pick it up right after he takes the picture and hand it to his friend.
And they have. They have. They have. They have. You know. Yeah, my girl actually argued to Amazon it, and the Amazon says, well, hold on, we have a picture at it. And she started laughing at him. And she said, yeah, and what's that got to do with it? So you took a picture of a package on my step. So if you hung around a little longer, you would have took a picture of the guy stealing the package from my step.
But hold on, Mike. I actually experienced coming out. Now I get a text, right, from Amazon. As soon as they scan it, 30 seconds later, you get a text saying your package was delivered to the front door. I run outside because he must have scanned it in a truck. I run outside barefoot. Now I have a gate. Herman knows where I live. I have a gate. And then you walk about 10 feet, and then there's stairs that go up to the front porch. From the gate, he crossed my shit to the, like he was bowling.
Oh, yeah. The
And
freaking
then took a
dog.
picture of it. And I said, dude, did you even ring the bell?
Hey,
No, no.
What's up, man?
No, he kept going. He didn't
Yeah.
say nothing. He just kept going.
Hey, Lawrence, did you see that? It was a few. Wow, it was a long time ago, actually, a few months back. There's a guy, right? He wanted to buy a drone because his neighbor had one, and his neighbor always used to fly around the neighborhood, and he thought it'd be a nice thing to get a drone and hang out with the neighbor and fly the drone. So he ordered a drone. Amazon was delivering the drone, and the lady from Amazon got out of the truck like you're talking and threw the package from the window to the steps, and it didn't make it. She got out and kicked the box off the porch. Now, the guy, he comes home and he gets his package. He takes the drone out the box, and it's broken.
Right.
And how do you believe he found out what happened? His friend in the neighborhood was flying around and caught the lady from Amazon, kicking the box up onto the porch.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Fortunately, you could take that information and get you a new drone.
Yes, I know. There's people already die. Trust me. Trust me. I know. And guys, that's what's sad, because people know that. And now people, even when they get their package, are saying, I didn't get my package. And Amazon go, okay, we'll send you another one. Well, it was $1,000 freaking drone I didn't get.
And that guy is well off.
Amazon will always take care of you no matter what.
Right. He's not losing anything.
No, I know. They're not losing.
They sent me out a new chair Monday and
Yeah.
gave me a $20, what you call it, a
Yeah.
gift certificate or whatever on my
Yeah.
account. And that brings me to the package I got right here.
Woo! I want a box. I haven't gotten a box in a week, man. I need a
Yeah.
See what's in the box. Because you remember I told you guys I'm going camping, right?
He's gone camping. He's gone camping.
Now I didn't get
camping.
I didn't get one light for one side.
He got two.
I got light.
No, I didn't get two lights.
I got light.
Mike's a fool.
Good dog. I need coffee, but I'll wait.
Now I have a coffee maker in the kitchen, and I need to be able to make coffee while I'm out there. So I got this. It's a little coffee pot.
Okay.
So I'll be able to make my coffee while I'm out there in the backwoods.
So you can put it on the fire and everything.
Yeah.
Well, with the light you have, Herman, I bet the light would make that sucker boil.
Probably. No, it's LED. It's not that hot.
Oh.
See, you got the little thingy here. You put it in the water.
Man, Herman,
You got coffee.
Herman, he's getting into that camping stuff.
Why go camping? He's pulling out a freaking. He's got air conditioners, and I look at my cappuccino maker. I'm going camping, and I got
No,
an air
but
mattress.
you didn't see Mike. You you didn't see the floodlight he has, right?
I get a big freaking.
No, Mike. He bought a flight you could land planes with. You.
You know
It
what?
blinks SOS for 40 hours.
He can spot anything in the woods for 1,000 yards.
Mike, if he pointed this light at you in the middle of the if he pointed this light at you in the middle of the forest, you'd be blind. You wouldn't be able to run. You'd be blind for a few seconds.
Listen, you watch The Wizard of Oz, right?
Yeah.
And that lions and tigers and bears, oh
Oh
my,
my!
they're not coming here.
FPV coffee pot. That's funny. Have a camera on it, right? What's that you got, Mike? Oh, he
You got-
muted.
Mike's.
Here we go. Hello.
Hey, Paul, let me know when you're ready for another round.
Oh, brownies? Okay.
Yo, you guys going in?
Oh, come on. That's not right, guys.
Come on, you know what? Some of us are on diets.
Yes, and me and Mr. Crowley are on the Attico diet or something. What are you on?
On who?
Diet?
Get less fat diet.
Yeah,
What are you on?
the Attico diet or something.
Attico?
Yeah, I don't forget
This,
the
this is called, Michael, the attaboy diet.
Attaboy.
Attaboy.
The Attaboy diet. Oh,
There you go.
come
Okay, you guys ready to toast?
We're waiting on you, man.
on. That's-
Waiting on
What is
you.
this, Paulie? You guys get
I
like
think-
muffins and cookies and
Here we go. Here we go. Ready? All right. To you guys.
really? I got something for you.
What do you got? No,
Yeah, I got one more, Paul.
he's got two of them. He's got two of them. Oh man, what the hell?
Don't joke, guys.
Hey, Mr.
Can't
Crowley,
talk now.
we can walk 80 minutes on the treadmill, Mr. Crowley. We're
No, I don't do it on the treadmill. I can get it on the street.
okay. Well, you street doesn't matter where you get it.
15 minutes for me.
I could always go get the donuts I have out there, Michael. Would that make you feel better?
No.
No, don't overdo it.
Hey, Mike, I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. No, you didn't. You didn't. You're dying. Get that shit out of you, man. You're dying.
If I eat it every 3 months, it's not bad.
No, it's not. That's it. But I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Anything that good. Forget it, man. I would be. My face would be right into that box.
You should have saw how your eyes rolled up in your head when you ate the pickle, like a shark biting on a piece of gum.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good, guys.
Did you hear? Like a shark biting on a piece of chum.
Yeah. That's fair. I'm still.
And what
I'm
even
glad,
made
Mike.
it, what even made it better for him was it came off of his buddy's
That's
hammer.
I'm upset I didn't go for the lettuce and tomato. You don't know how upset I am that I need the rest of them vegetables because they went to waste and they're famous.
They did, because he pulled the lettuce off, he pulled
Yes.
the pickles off.
Even the onion, I love all that shit.
Hold on. He
You're
could have
not talking about
asked
that.
for a
pickle,
plain
right?
burger. But instead of asking for a plain burger, he paid $6-7 for a burger that he took the lettuce and tomato and pickle off.
A burger with everything, and a burger with everything on it.
They
Yeah,
wasn't going to cut the price.
yeah, I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, they charge you to take and add stuff off.
Yeah.
Well, all I know is after that, Mike had a newfound energy, and when Billy said, "Here, you want to fly my Inspire?" I could have swore I saw a wet spot in his pants, man, because he was so happy to fly that Inspire.
Yeah,
Now, let me ask you, sure you guys didn't know each other for like 6 months or so before?
I've never met him. I swear to God, but
You guys act like you knew each other for a minute.
it was right.
Just blew everybody else off. I was in the car with the window down. Mike, yo, my man, I'm out. Yo,
Yeah.
Me.
He's like, yo, Herman. He looked over his shoulder like, get away, kid, you're bothering me.
he said, you didn't hear him when he said to Billy, hold on, the kids on the bike are back.
Yeah. That's so bad. That's so
That is funny.
Come on, guys. I love you, man. This could have never happened without you guys. Remember that.
That's
You
right.
were the ones that called me. I'll never forget that. You're my friends for life. I don't forget people. I'm Italian. Remember that. We got.
I'll make a mental note of that.
Yes, even when I get famous, because I'm getting famous.
Hey, Lawrence and Herman, just remember, he's Italian, so that means he owes you for life.
That's right. We got a connection here. You know, in Philly, we know how to pay back our buddies.
We appreciate that, Mike. We appreciate that.
That's right.
Because once you're famous, all I need you to do is just mention us on your channel one time.
That you're coming in. Are you kidding me? You're coming in. You're coming in.
Hey, what's up, Eddie Nunez? How are you, bro?
I don't know about Paul, but you got it.
Anyway,
How
you
much
guys,
you guys get 2 more treadmills over there at your house?
did you hear Brendan O'Connor?
Treadmill with you.
Did you guys see what Brendan O'Connor typed in the chat room? If they
Brendan
were soy brownies, Mike could eat them.
What
He
the hell?
says if they were soy brownies, Mike could eat them.
Oh,
Soy brownie.
Soy brownies. Yeah, I can have some
Soy
soy
brownies.
brownies.
what is that?
Soy brownies.
Would you
No,
really?
Polyester?
you couldn't because they got chocolate in them, Michael.
Guys, let me just say, I got to say something here. I got to mention something. So I just get a notification, and isn't it funny how, like, DJI comes out with the goggles, right? Not the goggles, the new thing. Well, all of a sudden, it's like channels that never talked about FPV. All of a sudden, hey, come to my channel at DJI special goggles here. And it's like, are you kidding me? You never did an FPV thing in your freaking life, and now it's DJI. It kills me. YouTube kills me. I get it.
Everyone's
Michael,
jump on the bandwagon.
Yes.
This is family hour, Michael. Now tone it down just a little.
I'm sorry.
But they're just reviewing it.
What happened?
They're just reviewing it.
No, but the person, well,
I mean, you have one cell phone. How many these guys review like 900 cell phones?
right. Yeah, no, but this particular person, he don't have one. He's just going to show a commercial. He's
He's
going
going to try and make money off of this commercial, and then when he gets monetized or makes money from it, they're going to take it anyway.
Yes.
Herman and Lawrence, if I could recommend something for you to watch later, is go and see Bill the Drone Reviewer's latest review he did yesterday.
On
It is
what?
absolutely hilarious.
On what?
Oh, he went crazy on the screen.
Oh, we put that.
He had a flyaway. Bill the
Yeah.
Drone Reviewer had a flyaway.
He was running through his house. He was out of breath.
Herman, you got to watch it. But now the funny thing about it is, you guys fly drones. You know how crazy a flyaway is, right? What you're going through.
Yeah, but you don't panic. The first thing is you don't panic.
No, dude. When do you see him back?
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
The bad part of it is
Listen in the Addy mode.
he tried
Doesn't he
everything to change it, and he couldn't.
He ran through his house to go look for it. No, come back, please. Come
So
back.
what was he flying?
Listen in the Addy mode.
What
He,
was he?
he disconnected everything, and it still didn't trigger return to
Couldn't find the freaking thing.
What was he flying?
a Phantom 4 Professional.
No way.
I tell you right now.
In the Addy mode.
I tell you right
No,
now.
he can't have that. He was flying the fluidity, guys. You got to watch
Yeah,
it.
but his controller's still connected.
No, he wasn't. Just watch
He
it.
tried to switch. He tried to switch from one to the other. They both shut down.
Yeah, he had a mess, dude. He was like, yes, he has no hair, but he ripped off every little one.
When you get to that point, turn your monitor up all the way on your speakers and turn up the video all the way. And even though he cut it out, you can hear his wife yelling and screaming.
What the heck? Honey, yo, honey, I can't find the drone.
Did
No.
it go? Hold on. Did it go down?
No, but close, Herman. Oh my God! He had a flyaway at 19 feet height. Could you imagine in the city?
It was headed for trees and everything.
Yeah, I get that. He was flying from his
Did he
backyard.
get it?
Yes, yes.
So he was only flying across that pond.
Yeah, he tried to, and then
He
it
tried.
just started
As
moving the other way.
soon as it took off, all of a sudden he went to go forward, didn't go forward, and it started to drift slow, a little faster. He's flipping switches, trying to put it in natty mode. He's trying all kinds of things, and if you can tell his voices, and then all of a sudden he cuts some of it off because he's swearing.
And you see this?
Hold on a second. And he's flying it with the FTA.
Yes. Oh, Herman, just watch it. I can't.
I understand what you're saying, but from
I
what
have
I'm
it
gathering
loaded.
here, from what I'm
I have
gathering
it loaded.
here,
I'm gonna put it in my watch later.
what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
trying to understand here, and Mike in the chat,
Yeah, for you guys that fly Mavics.
Mike
this is
Rose in
important.
the chat. I know, but that this FT Aviator is starting to crash too.
Well, it's got bugs, definitely.
It's going right up on the shelf with the Evolve.
And the funny part is at the end, he tells in a calmer setting when he's in his office, he talks about it. He tells what happened step by step by step by step, and he sent it the logs and the video and everything, and they got back with him immediately.
Immediately.
You know why?
The top dog called him.
You know why they got back at him? Because they need to see this info to see the error messages to see what went wrong.
Exactly.
That's why. Because
He sent him flight logs and everything.
yeah, because as soon as he turns that drone on again, those flight logs and stuff get bumped down one. So they want it while it's still fresh.
Yep. But I've never seen Bill lose it.
But I'm going to tell you something. The number one, Herman yelled it out 4 times. And you Mavic flyers don't have this option. But when you're flying a Phantom and you lose control of your bird or have a flyaway, you put it in ATTI mode and you can control it. You may have no video or anything, but you can still control the bird.
Yeah, when you watch it, Lawrence, all of his controllers stopped functioning.
And then
Change anything, just like boom. No, it was stuck. You see him pick it up. He tried everything. You see him. That bird was stuck no matter what he did.
It was hovering or moving. It was moving.
It was drifting away. Yep.
That's crazy because he only flies in the one spot.
Yeah.
From behind his house across that lake and back.
Yep.
Mike Rose says it was kind of funny. He did panic. But I've never seen Bill, the drone reviewer, fly out of the perimeter of that water. I've seen him go 5 houses down and say, "Oh, I better bring her back. I can't see her anymore." And it's like 5 houses away. Dude, if you can't see a drone 5 houses away,
when you watch it, was two flights. First one went as usual, and then he said, "Well, I'm going to take," because he did the return to home and it did perfect landing. So then he said, "Well, let's take it up and we'll go out around the lake." He no more and got it overhead, and it was game over.
Brendan O'Connor says, did he turn the controller off?
And who was this Bill the Droner?
Yeah, Bill the drone reviewer.
Bill the drone reviewer. I have it set. Watch later. So
yeah, guys, he did shut everything off. He restarted everything. You see the app come back up, but he could not reconnect.
So how did it not?
Everything crashed.
No, what it did is finally somehow it triggered. It was probably a mile away, and it triggered a return to home and came back. Didn't land where it took off, but it came back and landed in his yard.
I think what happened, guys, is if you notice, after he shut it down, he picks up his regular controller and he started pounding the return to home button because you can hear it. You can hear him hitting the return to home button. So it must have kicked in at one point.
Because a lot of people don't notice, but when you hit the return to home button, it actually sends out a pulse signal of return to home. It sends out a pulse really quick. The first time you hold it, I think, don't correct me, I don't have the time down, but I do know when you hold it down within 3 seconds, it sends out either 1 or 2 pulses. And
Never used it.
Herman's never used it.
I would say probably Herman, for a good three minutes, he was hitting that return to home button.
At the end, guys, hold on though. If when he goes through it and he writes, because Bill, he's got to put everything on paper and it's got to look perfect. So at the end, he states all. So I got 10 points, and so point number 1 and point number 2. Well, when he gets down to like point 8 and 9, his point 8 was, so I run through the house to see if I can locate the drone from the front of the home, and I could not. Point number 9. You did what? You ran through your home to get a different perspective on the drone that flew away?
And by the time he got to the front yard, he could no longer see the drone.
Yeah, it was neighborhoods away, guys. Neighborhoods.
You know what it was? I know what happened.
That's terrible.
I know
exactly what it was, Herman.
I know what happened.
Hold on. I know
when you leave,
what it was.
You know when you leave the dog in the yard all the damn time?
Yep.
Eventually that dog wants to get down the block to see what the hell is
At the very end, at the very end, the video ends perfectly because the drone lands, right? And when it lands, it does one of these. And it just goes, boom. And it's like,
when finally the video, he was over another lake behind.
What happened?
The drone before it returned was over another lake way behind him.
Herman's right. Herman's 100% right. If you have a dog and you let him run around in the yard, the one time that you make the mistake and leave the gate open, he's going to make a run for it. And
he's going to check out the neighborhood and come back later.
Yeah. And the fact that he didn't hit any trees or anything is amazing.
I felt bad for him, and I made the comment. I said, "Gee, Bill, I'm really sorry you had to go through this or whatever." And I'm sure that they'll try and figure out what it was, but I'm sure that for a little, I thought he was going to have a heart attack. When you watch that video, you'll swear he's going to have a heart attack.
Al Diaz says he left him a thumbs up for having the nuts to post it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
When I watched this, Lawrence, and I haven't watched the video yet, for a guy that's out there looking to say whether or not I should get that new controller.
It's not. It's not good.
Ken Heron's video was not as bad.
Yeah.
Because what you do know is that as meticulous as Bill is, he didn't abuse that controller at all. It just failed.
No. Yeah, it was the software.
The drone actually went for a walk around the neighborhoods.
Did a walkabout. Yep.
And then came back.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question.
I got 4.3 miles to go. I keep going across the same lake. Come out.
If there was ever a time Gremlins got into something, Gremlins got into his drone.
And here's what we don't know is that was the second flight on the same battery, okay? So did it trigger when the battery got low enough? Did it trigger its own return to home?
Good point.
Oh, that's a possibility. You know how it counts down, returning to home in 10 seconds?
Yes, very good point.
I don't know, but did you hear it in the video?
I just heard a bunch of beeping and screaming. He took the sound off, dude.
He was running around like you watch Michael do. I mean,
It was something that here. But let me ask you. This brings up another topic.
Uncontrolled chaos.
This brings up another topic. What is it about DJI that they get it right? What is it? Why are they so different? Why could they create an app and get it right? Why could they create a drone that could fly 5 miles every freaking time and come back to the exact point? But yet these other companies, $1 million companies,
You want to know why?
do it. They can't do it. Why?
That's not true. That's not true. You
Why?
want to
They
know
do
why?
it not as good.
Walkera has a drone that costs
Yep.
$16,000. They do
Yep.
line inspections with it. This thing will land within inches of takeoff and do everything you want it to do autonomously.
Right.
Hit speed up to 65, 70 miles per hour, can inspect lines, has ultraviolet, infrared, all of that. But you got to pay $16,000 for it.
Yep.
Right.
Who has $16,000 for a
Well,
damn
you know
drone?
what? I understand what Mike
That's
is
the car.
talking about. It's about what they're willing to give the consumer.
Correct.
Yep.
Right.
That falls, as we've been talking about that since the show started.
Hey, Sean.
What companies are willing to give the consumer, and what price bracket they're willing to stay in.
Okay.
Sean's watching the video. I like that.
So
No,
that brings me to like what we were talking about earlier. I saw a
actually, I
video
want to watch the video.
where a guy was crying and complaining about a drone that was a DJI drone that he was flying during temporary flight restriction.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know exactly in where his location was to the main the ground zero of the no fly, but it forced him into a land. It forced him into an automatic land. And the guy that did the video was saying that how DJI would need to give back, replace the drone or give the guy back his money, and that how competition is coming and DJI has to look out. And he went into a whole rigmarole as if he was pretty much threatening DJI. But what I will say to you is this: I understand where you're coming from. One, you have to have some capability, and this is what the FAA and everybody else has been talking about for the longest time. This is why the 107 test is what it is. They do not want any and every idiot doing this. If you can't abide by the laws of the sky, sell your drone, don't buy one, don't even plan to get out there with the rest of the people who have respect for it.
It's
You understand? And hold on a second, Lonzo. And what I'm saying is this:
Good point.
everybody wants to pick on DJI because DJI has these things set in these geofencing. It is only a matter of time for it to become law, because there is absolutely nothing that is going to force the hobbyist to use Lance as long as he has a drone that can take off whenever he wants to
Wherever.
and control airspace.
Yep.
There's nothing that's going to force him to use Lance until everyone is doing this. And if you sold as many drones as DJI, I can guarantee you the United States government, the FAA, will be up your ass about making sure that that happens with your drones, because too many people have your product.
I agree with you on that a thousand times. My only issue is DJI sells the most drones on the prosumer level in the world, but they don't give a damn about anyone but the people that are paying that DJI Care. Because I couldn't afford $300 for DJI Care when I got my Phantom 4 standard. Okay, I went to State Farm and I got insurance. So if my Phantom 4 went down, I paid $800 and change for it. They cut me a check the next day. Hopefully I could go out and get another one if need be. Right now, the way DJI's customer service is, they're not going to get too far in the future if they don't change it.
Yeah, they're getting better. They're getting better, Lawrence. I just had two drones go down.
I remember one was shot down.
Well, but I didn't tell them that. And Let me tell you something. I got 2 new drones, brand new drones, literally within 7 days, no questions asked. And it only cost me $109 to get a $1,500 drone twice. So the DJI Care Refresh paid for itself big time in this household. But I agree with you. It is, again, charge it.
Mike, the bullet hole didn't give it away.
What's that?
The bullet hole in your drone didn't give it away that it was shot.
It might have, but what I did was I didn't ask them to look at it. I just said I want to use one of my
He didn't do it under warranty. He did it under refresh.
Yeah, under my.
Oh, okay.
You see what Geeks Vana Sean put? He puts I love my geofencing. It becomes law in Europe next year. We will also have to be broadcasting our registration number and takeoff point from the drone.
Yeah.
But then right there, that's saying, Sean, that you're going to have to go out and buy a drone that has one of these new transponders in it.
Hey guys, Al Diaz brought up a good point. I saw that video, Al. So this is the problem I have as well. DJI, these TFRs are going up. Now here's the problem. There's a video out there where a guy got caught in a TFR. Now, Dobo did a video on it as well. Now, the guy was wrong. He didn't check his app. But how many times have we went out and flown and didn't check the app? And what happened was he got caught in a TFR and the freaking drone landed on him. Because when you're in a TFR, that's what it tells the drone to do. Land.
Mike,
Right.
He was over water. He was over water. So bye-bye drone.
but let me ask you a question, Mike. When you found out about a TFR, when did you find out about it? The day you flew or days before?
The TFR, the guy didn't look.
No, when you found out about them, did you find them? When you find them, did you find them days before that day, or did you find them the day you flew?
I don't find him at all, Herman.
The notifications come out days in advance.
Do they? Okay.
Yes, they do.
Unless it's an emergency situation.
Well,
And-
It was an emergency situation.
So right now they have a TFR in the Bronx, New York, right? And it's because the Yankees are playing baseball there.
Oh,
Correct.
It used to be that they had a TFR around the stadium, and
Correct.
2 hours before and 2 hours after the
Correct.
game, you could not fly.
I get
Now, because people were flying up to the TFR and stopping and going high enough and could still see the stadium, they've made the TFR in the entire borough.
Yeah.
So just like we were flying in Philadelphia, if they were having a game in Philly, the whole city of Philadelphia now is a TFR.
Yeah, I think that's
What
next.
they're doing now. And
Yeah.
what's happening is anytime there's going to, like Herman said, anytime there's going to be a TFR or a no-fly zone, you hear about it weeks before.
Well, hold on. But like Paul said, if I don't know there's a Phillies game, guys, and I'm down by the river flying, and then I send my drone up, and then it's 2 hours before a game, I didn't know that, right? So bam, the TFR goes in, and I go flying, and I get caught in it.
And I
It's
understand
gonna land
what
my
you're
drone.
Okay, and what they're going to tell you,
go ahead.
as a responsible hobbyist,
This is what I was
as a
going to say.
responsible hobbyist, you're
I
supposed to know these things.
You're supposed to check your phone for that just before you take off.
I
They want more responsible people doing this.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
agree.
yes.
But here's the problem I have. I agree with what you're saying, but the problem I have is why choose to make the drone land? How about just sending it back to home?
Yeah.
Return to home.
Home at a low altitude, 100 feet, return to home. If it hit a building, it's on you. But
But see, now we don't know if his return to home was going to cross through the flight path of planes, because remember, you get those notifications too.
Yeah. We don't know what the settings were.
Safest bet is land.
That's true. He could have had it set at loss of
it ain't safe
signal
for
land.
me.
Very
It's
stupid.
safe bet for them, not for my drone.
Well, believe it or not, your drone comes straight from the factory, and the setting is at loss of signal land. You
Really?
have to change
Oh
that.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to change that. So if it's a newbie and he doesn't know about that setting, I could see that happening to him.
I didn't. On my Mavic, I have to check. I think. Oh, I'm about to open one, so I'll find that out in about an hour where it's set.
Yeah.
Isn't
It's
it?
supposed to be set.
I'm about to open one.
I'm kind of envious of Michael. He has them stacked up like cordwood.
Oh, get out of
The
here.
open one.
It was two. It was the one that
You got a storage closet in the back with them.
No,
You got Inspired and a couple of
he's got
Crystal Sky monitors.
23 FPV drones,
guys
he's
in one week.
Look at 'em, look at 'em. Look at 'em.
cinematic drones. Yeah,
No.
oh yeah.
But in one, this was because of refresh. In 1 week.
Hey, that's okay, Michael. You don't have to explain yourself, buddy.
Get the Inspire box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I don't want you to think I'm loaded.
Charge it.
Charge it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you charge it, you still pay later. So
Yeah, a little bit. But
A little bit.
But
Once again, those guys is not responsible for what the panel members do, say, or think.
yo, guys, this is about time. Let's throw it out there. Come on, who's this show sponsored by? Let's go.
all right,
Okay,
you
well,
got
let's do it. Let's do it then.
ready?
Yeah.
Wednesday night with those guys are sponsored by.
Nice.
That had energy, guys. I like it.
Oh,
We,
Val,
we only have energy like that when Val isn't here for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Well, Val knows we love her.
So let me ask you a question because I'm one of them guys where and Philadelphia has spoiled me. So please excuse me. What's a TFR, temporary flight zone, and where do you find them?
Okay, there's usually an app called AirMap. That's
Oh, I
that's
got
the
rid of
best.
that app.
You got rid of it.
Yeah, it's freaking it took over my phone. It started working in the background. My battery would just poof. I got rid of it.
What you do is when you're not using it, you force stop it.
Okay, all right. So AirMap, it's called. Go ahead. And then
AirMap we use, and AirMap will tell you the area that you're at,
Yep.
the altitude ceiling, and it'll tell you if there's a TFR, which is a temporary flight restriction, or an NFZ, which is or a NOTAM, which is a total no-fly zone presidential.
totem pole, gotcha.
Right. And all you do is before you fly, you basically
That's what it says. It's a totem pole.
Before you fly.
you
No,
figure it out
Michael.
and see.
NOTAM stands for Notice to Airmen.
Notice the air.
Okay.
I can't wait to take my 107.
he said totem pole.
I know.
Okay.
Well, he
Like you
kind
see
of had it
how
right.
we
There
went,
was an
you see
eagle
how-
on top of the totem pole, you know?
you see how Sunday, Mike, we were all over Philly?
Yeah.
That would come in handy. Because you may not be in a no-fly zone, but if we had wanted to go fly by the stadiums, we would have entered one.
Yes, and that's the reason I'm asking, Lawrence, because I do a lot of flights, a lot of times where I'll send my drone out at line of sight, of course, and then all of a sudden I get caught in something, and then the controller starts going,
Yeah.
and then I get all kinds of warnings, and it's like, what the hell?
You need to pay attention to those because either you're about to cross a flight path
Yes,
of,
yes,
of an aircraft or you've entered a no-fly zone. Now,
yes.
keep in mind, there are companies out there that sell a no-fly zone kit. You take a little antenna, you put it on top of your roof. Say you're having a VIP party and you don't want nobody flying drones around. So
Yep.
you go to the company, you put the antenna on your roof, you turn the box on, and no drones can fly around that area.
Exactly.
People are doing this also, and this is why that app is important.
That's-
Notification.
That shit's illegal.
Yes,
Well, it is.
That'll just give you notification that you just
right. It'll let you know, but Air Maps will let you know there's a no TFR, temporary no-fly zone in this area. What it is, you don't care, but you know it's there.
All right, okay, and it'll give me a day. It'll
It'll
draw.
give you a diagonal area.
land your drone.
So now that's what I'm worried about. So if I enter into it by accident, and it's a mile away. It's
Hold on,
my freaking drone.
hold
Just
on,
don't
hold
fly
on.
in Apple Park.
It happened to me and Herman at the same time. We were flying the Tappan Zee Bridge, okay, And you used to be able to fly over the bridge. So
Yes.
I'm flying. I'm about to fly between the two spires, right? And I'm going. Then all of a sudden, my brakes hit, and I'm like, "Well, what the hell happened?" So I'm pressing forward. I'm not moving anywhere. So I said, "Wait a minute. Let me back up." And I try again, and the brakes hit, and it was a temper. It was they put a no-fly zone around the bridge. You can't cross the bridge anymore. You can't go under the bridge. But what happened is one of two things: you're either going to hit a wall and stop, or return to home is triggered.
I wonder
Now,
that's why when the construction was going on.
They were taking the bridge apart when we did that, dude. They were taking parts of the bridge down when we were there that time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wonder if that was the reason for it.
It's a possibility. I mean, they blew up the rest of the bridge and dropped it or whatever, but at that particular time, Mike, you could not fly over the bridge. And the no-fly zone, where the bridge was here, these are the two spires of the bridge, I did realize that I couldn't go near the bridge. So what I did, I caught the bridge from outside the no-fly zone.
Which is awesome.
That's
But
all.
but what if, you know, all of a sudden you didn't know that, like you said, and then it lands your
But
drone?
hold on.
Water.
Let Herman tell you what happened. He hit
Well,
the same no-fly zone,
mine triggered a return to home.
but in
and
another
It
direction.
went up. It went up to the altitude it was supposed to,
Okay.
and turned out towards upstate.
Yes.
And was
Away
headed
from
upstate.
Herman.
Yeah.
Not to Herman.
So what I did was
Went to Eddie mode.
bridge, turn it around, and bring it home. But it wouldn't release the return to home.
Right.
Wow.
Now, what I was supposed to do there was to hit the toggle until it canceled the return to home. You can't cancel it from the screen.
On the Phantom, you can do that. You
Yeah,
can-
put it in sports mode. It'll cancel it.
Right, it'll force it.
But he didn't. Now, the weird thing that happened was when he did get it to return to home, it wouldn't land.
Yeah.
It was about 15 feet in the air.
I've had that happen to
No,
me.
but check it out. I was on top of a picnic table with a stick on my toes, trying to grab it by the leg to bring it down low enough so that if we could tip it over, the engine would stop.
Oh my God.
See, now that's proof that Lawrence is not as tall as
Yes, that is true.
I'm not 10 feet tall.
Yeah.
Well, according to Michael, you are big, tall.
Freaking Sasquatch, guys. You could this it does not show the stature of really just how big he is because he's sitting. And Paul's like, oh no, I could tell from he's a tall man from sitting. And now that I look how freaking tall he looks sitting. His head's hitting the top of the screen.
Camera's looking up, Mike. Stop it.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I mean,
Look,
all
here's
for
the
the
camera
rest
level.
of us, you can
There
see
we
the top
go.
of their head.
Here's the camera level, okay?
There we go. Now he looks normal.
Well, not really, because you can see the top of our
I
head.
know, I
You
know.
can see the top of his head.
I know. He still looks gigantic, guys.
The camera's looking up. Cut it out. But anyway, depending on how you have your drone set up, you're supposed to have your return to home obstacle avoidance on. It's a little switch that says when returning to home, should it avoid obstacles or just stay there? If
Yeah.
that's not turned on, that makes it go up and over obstacles. And if it's loss of signal, return home is not selected, guess what? It's not going to freaking return home if you lose
Yeah.
signal.
That's right. That little switch, by the way, saved my life. And if I know how to share my screen, I could show you a video. Well, maybe I shouldn't show you the video.
a lot of people.
No, but you could send me the link in an email and
Oh my God.
A lot of people don't understand why that's a good feature.
send me that in an email.
I don't.
Send me an email, Mike.
Being able to change it from hover to return to home.
Now we do know someone, Cool Vic, when he has loss of signal, he tells it to hover there.
Oh no! Are you kidding me? Why would he do that?
No, but in certain situations, that's a good idea.
Yes. If you're under a bridge, if you're under
Right,
things,
exactly.
just hover. I agree. Or you're in a tunnel, hover.
Exactly.
Right. Because the loss of signal, the first thing it's going to say, okay, I'm at 70 feet and I need to go to 300.
But Lawrence, there's no perfect settings for Elliot, is there?
No.
Well, I mean, if you can sew, I got a big box of bubble plastic over there.
Right.
That's the only thing that can help that guy.
Unless you put the drone inside a gigantic plastic bubble, no, there isn't. He's had engine obstruction, which usually means a kite
drones.
Which usually means a kite string, or because he was off Coney Island. I believe he went up. He said the error message was engine obstruction. Now people were flying kites, and the only thing that can stop a drone motor, which I could see, would be it getting wrapped around a kite string, and or he was flying at the same level that the seagulls were. And he went to rise up and.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're out there flying and you have a drone, even if it's out of the line of sight, it should be remotely right in front of you, right? Or even off this way or off this way somewhere. Did you see a kite go down? Did you see a bird go down?
Well, according to the video, at the last second, there was a splash of a rainbow of colors.
Yeah.
Before it splashed down into the water.
But he said he never saw a kite. He never saw a bird.
Look. He never saw the building he hit either. Now, his excuse. Now we love Elliot. He's a great friend of ours. We joke with him a lot. He jokes with us. His political views are a little different from mine, but we won't go into that. But when he hit the building, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to pull up the map and show you the area of the building that he hit. And there is no freaking way in the world. A blind man could have did.
What about when he bounced in Chelsea Park?
Oh, yeah. You tell him about that while I set up the Prospect Park map.
From 400 and something feet in the air, it came straight down at 59 miles per hour?
Oh, no.
Straight to the street.
Oh,
right in front of him. The camera went that way. Battery went that way. And the arm went like this.
Why is it so funny when somebody loses $2,000?
But you know what?
9 times out of 10 is his fault.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. I'm going to set this up. Hold on. Let me share this to give you guys a perspective of. Now, he was doing an orbit, which we now call doing an Elliot.
I know.
Now, when you do an orbit, you can't say I'm doing an orbit. You say I'm doing a half Elliot to the right, or I'm doing an Elliot around the statue.
Now,
okay, but this is it right here.
This picture here.
Second.
You're gonna piss your pants laughing.
Can you guys see this?
Just a minute. No. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now, I'm switching to 3D. You see this arch, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now you see where the mouse is. This is a circle. Goes all the way around. I pull it to the middle of the map. This is basically a driving circle that goes around the statue. He was doing an orbit around this arch, and he hit this building here.
Way over there.
He hit this building here on the side.
Doing a circle around that other arch?
He was doing an orbit around that arch and hit that building.
The building on the street?
Yeah, the one that's off to the upper right.
Yeah, the glass building off to the right.
Building right here in the middle. Hold on, let me turn it.
That's not even close.
This building right here.
Yeah, that's what we're laughing at.
He hit this building here.
How many lanes of traffic?
One. There's 2 lanes here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lanes of traffic between the building and this arch. Okay, now what kind of orbit were you doing that you needed to be this far out over here?
No. Oh,
okay, but he did hit the building.
Oh, guys, this is so bad.
He did hit the building, and he did recover the drone. He did recover the drone. I wish I could play the audio to it. The audio was kind of funny. I'd have to find it on Facebook, but the guys that was with him was like, he goes, "Oh my God, I think it." Let me see if I can find the audio, but it's funny because the guy that's with him says, "Oh my God, you did what?" He says, "I think I hit something." He says, "Run, Now, keep in mind, on this same day, these two guys were flying with a brand new member to the group. This member's first time flying his drone, first time ever out flying.
Wow.
You know that poor guy got so scared he wanted to sell his drone the next day.
All right, Hermit or Lawrence, one of you guys. I pulled up the video that I was talking about, and I have it on my desktop. So how do I get it to you now? I've never done this. So
Okay, now if it's a YouTube and you want to share it, you can actually copy that share code and put it in the chat. I'll click on it from there.
I don't know.
He doesn't know how to do that.
No, hit. You know where the video says share below it?
Bottom where it says share next to the thumbs up and thumbs down.
Hold on, let me see if I can
On
find it.
that video, on that particular video you have.
No, it's not on YouTube. This is right from my. This is 4K footage here. This is right from my file.
Okay, then you would. Wow, it'll be too big to send. You would have to up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't putting this on YouTube. Are you freaking crazy?
Oh no, you would have to. The only way you could do it is upload it to Google Drive and then share it, and then people could click on it. We'd have to do that over the phone or something.
Well, you could upload it to YouTube as a private. You could upload it as private.
Yeah, I could do that.
And then just give Lawrence the ability to look at it.
Right. Now I'm trying to look. Where do you find your saved stuff on Facebook? Does anyone know?
You see the 3 lines or whatever, click on that and look for saved, and when it pops up your groups and all that other stuff, it should be in that same list.
3 lines. Let me try it.
Right.
3 dots, 3 lines, yeah.
On my feed,
On
my page, these 3 lines are where?
Okay, it's kind of hard for me to tell you, but hold on a second.
Right, because I have.
You go.
And you guys, I mean, you really have to hear this because it's
not at the top of where it says should be right next to or above where the bell is and what's the other thing there?
Yeah, what I usually click is the P, like it's more my icon.
I just do a search. Saved saved video.
Hey, when you guys are done, I'll screen share it.
Should be in the same listing where it shows you your groups that you're a member of.
Hold on, let me go back. It's where I shows on groups and stuff. Hold on. Further, read more, see more, saved. Let me see if I have the audio. I pray I have it. Hold on. Behind the scenes sound of a Phantom 4 drone crash. Parental discretion is advised.
No.
This is it. I may have to turn. Babe, I got to turn this up so they can hear it for a second. But hold on. Okay, now listen closely.
How high are you? Huh? 163. Okay, I'm at 250.
No, I don't see any
line. Okay.
It's coming up.
What?
I guess I hit something.
What?
I hit a building.
Oh, fuck. No, Elliot.
I hit a building.
Fuck.
No, I'm not.
Go. You need this. You need this to find it. No, you need to stay connected. Walk with the controller in your hand. No, you got to find that drone. Look, Elliot. Wait, let me set it up for you so you can know exactly where it is. Let me set it for you. Wait.
Hold on.
Where's find it. Go. Start walking and pick it up. Go pick it up. We got to get out of here because if the cops come, he hit a building.
I don't know if you could hear all of it, but he goes, whoa, bro, I hit a building.
No, I heard
you can hear it. You can hear everything good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. But I had to save that because it was the funniest thing because he had posted it early the next morning.
You know he's gonna hate you, right?
I was like, wow, I can't believe. Now, keep in mind, this was what? How many drones is this, Herman? That was the second or third one?
That was like the second or third one. The P3 went into the power line.
Yeah.
That one went into the building.
Oh God.
The next one went down in the alley.
In Manhattan, right? Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
And then one went down at Coney Island. Now, this
Yeah,
is
one went down to Coney
four
Island.
drones in less than 6 months.
Well, how did he find the drone? He was saying you got to
No,
keep
check
the
this out. The building that I showed you, right?
Right.
Is a building with a doorman.
Okay.
Now, he walked in like he lived there.
Right.
Hello to the concierge and went straight up to the roof. Now, keep in mind the roofs have buzzers, but they showed there was another recording, but I didn't save that one of Xavier of the guy saying, "Yo, that's him up on the roof. Look, he's up on the roof looking for it." So, but what happened was he looked over the side and he didn't see it, and then he looked down on the side that was facing the statue he's trying to orbit, and it had hit the building and landed in someone's hammock.
Wow.
But the arms was destroyed. One of the arms was destroyed, and he actually went down and knocked on the door and got the drone back.
No,
He's out of their hammock.
for this.
That's pretty much when I lost the Mavic, it fell in somebody's yard. And the only way I found it was because I had one of the firehouse lights on it and a green one. And when I sent another drone up, I couldn't find it.
Well,
And then I noticed the Mavic 2. I realized the flashing green light, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And then we got to where the house was, and I just started knocking on doors and asking to check their yards. And sure enough,
The map will show you where it's at.
Yeah, but there's a find it. There's a find me mode. There's a find me mode in your app.
It's working.
Coffee.
All you do is turn that on, and it'll pull up a full screen map. And as you get closer, it'll show you the last known location.
Oh, damn it,
That's worthless.
Yeah, it's worthless when you're panicking like Bill the drone reviewer, right?
Yeah.
It got me close. The problem with that in the city, as you guys know, is our houses are a foot apart. So the closest location could be the whole block. So I basically knocked on every door. But I'm telling you what saved me, and I never fly without them lights now, even in the daytime. Because if it goes down, at least now you have a beacon. You could just search for the beacon.
Right.
And it's a lot easier to look for a flashing light than it is something a little gray drone. So
Well, that was the funniest thing, and I kept that recording. And every now and then, if Elliot pisses me off, I want to play it back.
Well, you know what I thought was even funnier?
What?
The time when he crashed in that alley and his drone came down at 60 miles an hour about
Yes.
and crashed as he's picking up the pieces.
Oh,
of the drone.
Listen, Mike.
As he's picking up the pieces of the drone, he turns to Jose and goes, "You not going up?"
Now, keep in mind, this drone fell from several hundred feet.
After getting warnings.
Now, if the data shows it hitting a speed of 59, 60 miles an hour. So this thing is a rocket heading straight down. Now, what's messed up is the guy that was with him said that just before the drone fell out of the sky, a crowd of people and kids had just walked by. But the way he describes it hitting the ground, he said the battery went this way, the camera went that way, the legs went that way.
It's an explosion. Oh yeah.
Arm did like this.
But
Yeah.
but no, the worst part of it, while picking the pieces up out of the street, going, "Oh shit, my drone." The fact that he turned to Jose and said, "You're not going up."
I'm done. I ain't
Jose said after that, he looked down like he was crazy.
Yeah.
We got 3 minutes left, guys.
The funny thing is, though, seriously, he got all those warnings, and he's there trying to acknowledge and dismiss.
Ignore, yes.
And then it said to him something about, because he was in an alley, and
Hey, if you guys show me how to screen share, I'll show that video that guy sent me where he almost hit the building, or I think he did.
Okay. All right. Now, two things. First, you'd have to click on your picture. I can do that. You
Okay.
see in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, you see a blue envelope, a
Yeah.
green arrow, and
Yeah.
yellow tickets on the
I
upper
see it.
left-hand side.
Yes, green. I see the green
envelope.
share.
If you click on the green envelope, it's going to say share full screen.
Okay, I got it. Entire screen. Is that the one I want?
Yes, and yes.
Okay, so then what?
And
No.
then we will see your entire computer screen.
Okay, so I hit, and then what? Then do I play the video at that point?
Yeah.
Once we can see your screen, click on it. Click on
Okay.
it to make sure. Now we can see your screen. Correct.
See me? All right. You
Now,
ready?
minimize that window and click the video.
The whole video. Minimize this whole.
Yeah,
thing.
minimize
Minimize
that
that screen.
and
Yep.
click the video.
Click
of
the
guy.
video.
Here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. What? Where is it? Play.
Give it a second.
Okay. So this is what this guy sent me. This guy sent me this video. He was flying in Philly. So let's see how long it is. It is 2 minutes and 28 seconds. It's up to you if you want to see
No,
it.
go ahead. We're good. You just talk through it.
Okay, so here we go. So what this guy said, look at the flag. The winds are cruising, guys. So this guy, oh, look at the flag here. So we're cruising up, and I'm with him. I'm right beside him going, oh, look at the view. Isn't it great, man? Look down, buddy. No, look up. And they're giants all around. Look at the dynamic range.
Great for the building.
So I'm like, all right, guys. Oh, I know what to do. Yo, buddy, go to that freaking Liberty and circle it. If you can, circle around the top of the Liberty. So the guys start giving it freaking gas, and he's getting up. But what I forgot to tell him is when you circle it, make sure you're high enough that you don't go right behind the concrete and you lose freaking return to home. You'll lose
Behind the glass.
And by the way, he never set his return to home. He had it set to like 10 feet. So his return to home altitude set to 100 feet, and he's flying 1,000-foot structures. So
Wow.
here it goes. He decides to circle this unit right here. And
Without being high enough.
yes, and you know what? The rest is just, it's self-explanatory, guys, because here it freaking comes.
Uh-oh.
And by the way, this guy can fly, man. Look at look at the dynamic range. Look at the clouds. Watch this. Here it goes.
Raise the stick.
Now, guys, we're 2 miles away. Magic's about to happen
And he's doing it 2 miles away.
right now. He is. Yep.
Right about now, the signal should be starting to fade.
Gone. Watch. Boom. And he's like, I can't see my drone. What? Oh my God, I lost signal. Oh my God, what's going on? Watch it. Here it is. It kicked in. Oh no. Don't, please don't hit it. Don't hit it. Don't. Watch. Boom. Oh. Now,
Obstacle avoidance.
crawl up the building, crawling up. Oh my God, do we have free air? Oh, there's just
It's trying to climb the building.
It did, and then bam, it returned it home to us. Okay,
Right.
guys?
Wow.
Is that freaking amazing?
Well, that's how it's supposed to work.
That's
What it's supposed to do.
is that.
Okay, now on the bottom of the screen,
Here we
of the screen, click stop.
Ooh, did I
Stop
stop
sharing. Up at the top.
Click stop sharing in the bottom of the screen.
the bottom of the screen? I did hit stop sharing. I did. I screwed.
Yeah, I don't see it anymore.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Guys,
That
I
was close, huh?
had that button on that Lawrence is talking about. That if anything goes wrong, please ascend.
It's a
Go ahead.
smart obstacle avoidance.
And that's why I fly DJI drones. I showed him this video because I did everything on that flight. Not me, the guy I was with did everything he could to lose his drone that day. He tried everything. He didn't set his return to home. He was flying too far, out of his line of sight. He just was a goofball that day. And what happened? The drone still saved his life and came back. Now I'm not saying
No correction. The drone saved its own life.
it's its own life.
Exactly.
The same thing happened to me. I flew in between the Williamsburg Bridge and the buildings that they built at Schaefer's Landing. And if anybody's interested, Schaefer's Landing is still there. They used to have the Schaefer Bear Company, but they built some apartment buildings there now. And they had a crane up, and I was out flying, and I tried to go down to this building, and I went and I had a stupid idea to head out towards the water in between this glass building and the bridge. And I was just about to make it, and the drone, it lost the signal behind the building, and it triggered a return to home. It went up over the building and was headed straight for the crane.
Yeah.
And it moved out of the way of the crane
Isn't that amazing?
and came straight back to me while I was like this.
Yeah, same here. Man, dude, this guy was pooping
Oh,
himself.
I was
Could have seen him. Yeah, that's more like it. That is more
Pucker.
like,
All right, it's 7:04, Herman.
okay, we're about to wrap this up. Let's
One,
get
one more drop.
Yes,
drop from
sir.
our sponsor. Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by.
no.
Oh,
guys.
There we go.
I
Very
like
good live stream
everybody on
tonight,
the
guys.
panel for hanging out. Mr. Crowley
You guys are the
Mike.
best.
or Sean, Mike,
Adrian,
Lawrence,
Everybody go
Brandon
see.
O'Connor,
Go look at Bill the Drone Reviewers review. Yeah,
Rowan
last.
check
Evolution.
out that video.
Yeah.
You guys in the chat, make sure you check each other's channel out.
Like the channel before you leave. Hit that like button.
Support each other.
Oh, hold on, Herman.
Grow. Yes.
Herman, hold on. Don't forget to check out Herman's video of us flying in Philly this
Yep.
last weekend. It
There's
comes
still a couple of places that we were, and if anybody's interested in hitting that spot up, there's a few places out there. You know, there's some stuff to see out there.
Yeah.
There's some nice sights out
But
there.
of course, we're going to need permission from Billy and his boy to fly in Philly now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, I think they might be charging
Why don't
tax.
you just take it over?
Let me tell you something. My city is your city, guys. For what you've done to me, I am handing you the key to my city. Lawrence, you got the key. Herman, you got the key as well.
Thank you much, man. Thank you. And Justin, he was there.
Oh, Justin too. I'm sorry.
Anthony Johnson, he'd like to see the Philadelphia drone. Well, if you add everyone, type in the chat so we can support each other. And if you don't have Phantom Flight 101, add him. He's coming out. Click the bell on everyone's channel in here because we have a show on Sunday nights. And Herman's Phantom Flight 101 is coming out with a video tomorrow of our flights, of our meetup in Philly.
Right. Cool. I can't wait to see it, guys.
And you guys check out Paul Murray's channel. He does some very good ship videos. He's basically the toll booth guy for every ship coming through
Right?
lakes.
Mr. Crowley and the drone.
He
Don't
doesn't see
forget to
it.
add
He
him
doesn't
too.
come through there.
Don't forget to support Mr. Crowley and his drone. He also flies. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.
I
And
heard there's also Philly Drone Life, that crazy
Yeah.
ass in
yeah,
Philly.
yeah.
He does
Right
it.
early in the morning, we got Philly Drone Life.
There you go.
And we'll
In Philly.
and we'll see those guys again Sunday night on Novice Quads at 5:00.
5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel. Good night, guys. Good night,
miss it,
everyone.
guys.
And
Good, guys.
everybody in the chat, I'd like to thank you for stopping by.
Yes, thank you so much.
Everyone on the panel, hang out.
Make sure you hit that like button. And I'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Phantom Flight 101.
Hold